So you're thinking about moving to Midlothian or Mansfield or maybe Grand Prairie. Who knows? We're going to be talking about a neighborhood that's like right in the middle of all of these. That's right. We are talking about Prarie Ridge. And if you stick around to the very end, we're going to talk about how this very confusing location may become its own town.
And if this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to be the first to know what's happening in the Texas real estate market, go ahead and hit that bell.
Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. My name's Tom Jung.
And I'm Jack Lisenby.
And we're local Dallas-Fort Worth real estate agents. If you are looking to buy or sell, we'd love to hear from you. You can give us a call, text, email, all that kind of stuff. We've got links in the description. So, why this neighborhood? So Prarie Ridge, we did one of these. Did we just pass the neighborhood on our way down to Midlothian?
Yeah, it was so unassuming because you can't see any houses. The marquee is very like earth tone and everything, so it just really blends in. It's just tucked away over there off the highway.
It's a really nice entrance. That's what caught my eye. But and so they've got just past Mansfield. What I would call like all the main shopping in Mansfield. You get just past that and it's right off of 287, and it's a really nice neighborhood. They've got it's huge.
Yeah, it is. Whenever I went there, I remember talking to the builders reps, and I was like, I had no idea you guys were here. And that's surprising with how many houses you guys have up.
Oh yeah, there's tons, and they've got like over 7,000 planned for that neighborhood. Yeah, so it is still fairly early in the building of this, which is always a plus. And I feel like there's a lot of families that move here. The location on this, like it's a quick shot up to, I say quick, relatively for Texas, fairly quick to get to Dallas-Fort Worth or to the DFW airport. It's about 30 minutes either way, I guess. So for that reason, a lot of people move in that direction. Also the school districts. And then I guess a lot of the amenities. You want to talk a little bit about the plethora?
Yes, so this is going to be a master planned community. Like Tom was saying, they're looking at over 7,000 houses. It's on phase 5 at the moment through 8, and there's possibly 15 in the works in total. So it's going to be big, and right now just in the small portion that they have right now, they're not even halfway through the development. They've got like private and public parks available, like dog parks and whatnot. They've got like playgrounds with like rubberized flooring for the kids, so if they fall down, they're not going to scrape themselves up. They can just bounce right back. God knows kids already do that anyway, but they've got hiking and biking trails, a gated swimming pool with like this giant splash pad area, and cabanas as well, which is really cool, because if you don't want to be at the pool, but maybe you just want to be out in the sun and not too much sun, it kind of takes that UV issue off of you. But we got a playground, like I said, community center. It does have an HOA fee. It's only like $650 a year, so it's mostly for administrative purposes, making sure everything is neat and tidy. And there's a ton of future development coming this way. Like I said, not just houses. There's going to be some industry and commercial stuff coming that way as well, because once they expand, they're gonna, I believe, connect to. It's not. What's the other road out there? It's 287 and whatever's west of 287.
287 or something? I don't know.
Yeah, it like branches off, but they're connected to 287 right now, but they're going to have a connecting road that goes all the way through the neighborhood and connects to the other highway, so you can go out that way as well. And there's a ton of commercial stuff that's coming out that direction.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end, so stick around. And the other thing too here, just like the feel of this neighborhood, like where we were out there, it feels like it's secluded. Like you drive in and you're like, oh, I just left everything behind and now I'm in this really nice community. And there were folks out walking around, walking their dogs, their kids. Well, I say that. There was the one guy that had a remote control and his kid was in a car. Yeah,
that's the greatest thing ever. It was like one of those motorized cars that we had as kids, except it had a controller, like you were saying. So the kid was sitting there on the steering wheel, and the dad just had like the controller, and so the kid wasn't going out in the street or anything.
Yeah, it's perfect. Great babysitting there. But yeah, so it's a really nice field. Most of these lots are like 50 to 60 feet wide, and so it's like. But there wasn't really like cars parked on the side of the street or anything like that. There was maybe a couple. Yeah. Mainly where there was a lot wherever they were building a house from all the workers, but that's about it. Yeah. So anyways, reason. Yeah. Anyways, you want to talk about location, drive times, all that
Yeah,
kind of stuff?
so like I said, this is right off of the 287, just southeast of Mansfield, northwest of Midlothian. It splits the difference by about half, a little bit closer to Mansfield. But your drive times are going to be similar to... for most of your stuff is going to be pretty similar. So your grocer, the closest one's going to be Kroger, and that's going to be in Midlothian, actually, at about 10 minutes away. So to get to Midlothian and Kroger is about 10 minutes. To get to the other side of Mansfield, you're looking at about 20 minutes if you include traffic and everything, because you are on the highway, and that's basically the only way through there at the moment. Downtown Fort Worth is looking at about 40 minutes. DFW Airport is actually 35, which I thought was interesting, because it's rare that the DFW Airport is closer than Fort Worth for a lot of these cities. But basically you just take the 287 all the way up and then straight north once you hit Arlington and you're there. And then Dallas is 35 minutes in the other direction. Again, since you're right there at the junction of the 35 and all that jazz, it's pretty much a straight shot. So you're not looking at like a ridiculous drive time no matter where you're trying to go.
Yeah, and they have, just talking to some of the builder reps out there, they've got a lot of nurses that are moving here, because right on the south side of Mansfield, you've got all those hospitals, and you've also got, just mentioned, a lot of police officers in the neighborhood as well, just because it's, I guess, close enough to all the different departments or whatever. And then also pilots, just because it's, not too far from the airport, but you're still getting away from it all. So that was nice. But the other big reason that people would move here is for the schools. So this is Midlothian ISD, which is A- rated on niche.com. And the elementary school is going to be J.A. Vitoski. I should have practiced that beforehand. Vitoski. And it is a B+. Frank Seal Middle School is a B+. And Midlothian High School is A-. Now, they do have plans in the future to build a school here in the neighborhood. I think it's going to be an elementary school.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, maybe multiple, but I think
it was going to be like up by the entrance, I believe they said.
Yeah, so that's coming, future plans as well. But yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, schools sound nice, amenities sound nice, and the houses, guess what? They're nice as well, because we got actually 4 builders. One of them's pulling out. So the biggest ones that are there right now are Grand Homes, MI Homes, and Beezer Homes. And then there was Trophy Homes, but it sounds like that they aren't going to be in this next phase. They actually, whenever we went to there to go film, their model home was being deconstructed and renovated to be a regular home.
Packing it up.
Yeah, but just the housing stuff these guys are offering, it's such a broad range between the builders. You're looking at everything from as low as $350,000 all the way up to $800,000, depending on the options and builder that you end up going with. The sizes, they have everything as low as 1,950 square feet, so just under 2,000 square feet, and you can get it as big as about 4,600, which is a huge house. They've got everything from 3 to 6 bedrooms, depending on which options you go with, 2 to 4 bathrooms. They do have 2 and 3 car garages. I think only one of the builders actually offers 3 car garages though. And then the size of these lots is actually pretty small. Since you are in a suburban-esque community, you're going to be rubbing elbows with your neighbor, but the smallest lot you can get is about 0.125 acres, which is just enough for you to put a house on. And then the largest lot you can get is like 0.35 acres, which is a small size, like cul-de-sac lot usually.
That's a pretty decent size. Third of an acre?
Yeah, a third of an acre, but yeah, those are going to be like your corner lots and the ones at the end of like the dead end roads and whatnot. But typically all of the lot sizes are going to be pretty consistent. Yeah,
and as far as the builders go, so I guess the MI and Beezer are what we would call production builders. So they're like what you see is what you get. I think they do have, like, you can go in and pick a couple options with MI.
Yeah, Beezer does as well.
So you do have a little bit of styling options there, but it's not going to be like super custom, what we would call a semi-custom builder. Grand Homes is, and we do have walkthroughs on all of these model homes. So if you're thinking, hey, this may be a spot for me, we'll link to all those videos so you can get a good idea of what it's like and if that might be the house for you. And if it is, give us a shout. We'd love to represent you if you want to take advantage of our incentives and also our expertise. So Grand Homes. Oh my gosh. So even if you're not interested in this neighborhood,
Yeah.
okay, I love their model home, like the way that they decorated, the different things that they do. So if you're just looking for some inspiration, that's a great video to watch. I'm a big light nerd.
Yeah, no, it was really cool.
Yeah, and then some of the other things they did was neat. But yeah, so yeah, you're gonna have those different options, and so Grand Homes is gonna be it's a much better product. I hate to say it that way.
But I mean, it's true though.
Yeah, it's a much better product.
You're paying a lot more, but you're getting a lot more.
Exactly, and so they're using 2x6s on their exterior framing. A lot of the insulation stuff that they do, they were voted America's best builder a few times, not just the area, but like America, which is a pretty big deal. And then they also have their other product line in there, American Homes, which is like a scaled down version, I guess, more along the production line.
I think they said they were going to have it in their upcoming phase.
Yeah,
because they're going to have, well, I mean, I don't want to spoil it. But
no, go ahead.
Okay, so right now they only have front entry homes, but with the new phases that are coming up, I believe phases 5, 6, 7, and 8 are going to have rear entry homes as well. And this is going to be American Homes' showcase or debut for their rear entry home floor plans, because they haven't had anything like this before.
Yeah, so if you're a fan of rear entries, this may be a place for you. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it. I mean, that's all I got on the builders. There's some good options out there.
I would definitely say go check out the walkthrough tour of the Grand Homes. Like, even if it's out of your price range, even if it's not something that you're interested in, I promise it's worth a watch.
Oh yeah, and at the end of that video, you'll see why you have to pay extra to do crazy upgrades.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, and then let's talk a little bit about the future plans for this area.
Yeah, so this area, like we said, it's kind of in a almost quad city area between Grand Prairie, Midlothian, Mansfield, and even Venus. Like, if you look it up on Google, they have a city. Each builder seems like it's in a different city, but they're all right there in that little neighborhood, and they're well aware of this because they recently announced, last week, or that was earlier this week, about a week ago, that the developer came down and said, hey, this isn't going to be any of those things anymore. This is going to be Goodland, Texas.
All one word.
Yeah, all one word, so it's going to be like Goodland. But they're calling it Goodland, Texas, and it's going to be huge. It's going to be, like I said, 7,000 homes just in this neighborhood. They're going to put another neighborhood, like in the far future, they're going to put another neighborhood across 287 from this one and build an overpass between the two of them. So,
and then also you've got, like right behind this neighborhood is going to be their downtown area, or I guess
like a city center.
Yeah, city center. That's a better word for it. Yeah. Where you'll have like little boutique shops and all that kind of stuff. And depending on where you're at in this neighborhood, you may be able to walk there or take a golf cart over.
I think the 7-Eleven that they have over there, the really nice one with the barbecue place off of 287 up the road from this, actually the crossroad that's on is the one that's gonna connect to the back of this neighborhood, and it's gonna be nothing but shops from 287 all the way down to the entryway.
Yeah, so again, like if you do buy in this neighborhood, you're buying in early. There's going to be so much future development. You should do pretty well on your investment over time, I would think. And also, we have Yollywood going in.
Yeah.
All the studios in South Mansfield, they're putting in a bunch of movie studios to do more film production here in Texas. So
yeah, you might be in the next episode of Yellowstone.
We never know. Yeah, so lots of growth happening. But we appreciate you guys watching. If let us know what you really liked about this neighborhood, didn't like, what you're looking for. If there's something missing in here, just let us know what's up. Just say hi if you want to in the comments. We love comments. Anyways, as always, if you're looking to buy or sell, remember to keep calm. Call Tom.